everyone, Carl here, and this is our new Predator CFX carbon fiber platform. And today I'm just going to show you some really quick maintenance tips that you can do on this mid-season, post-season, you know, just to make sure everything's in good working order. And main thing is that it's quiet and it's smooth. So I'm going to go ahead and get this thing pulled apart just for the sake of time, and then we'll go from there. All right, all you're going to need is some good silicone-based bowstring wax. We always use boning pretty much for everything. All of our standard aluminum Predators, when we're assembling those, and the carbon fiber is no different. You'll need 2 1/2-inch wrenches to take it apart, and you'll need a toothpick or two, depending if you break one or not, to help apply some of the silicone wax in there. So I just pulled the bolt out of mine, and you can see we've got the bolt, and you got a washer, spacer washer on the head end and on the nut end, so it goes together like this. You may have 2 spacer washers on yours, but you can see, so this bolt, so I've been running this the entire season. This bolt is still heavily coated with that nice tacky silicone wax, so it stays on there really, really well. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the post out here. You can see the orientation that, well, the post was down whenever I took it apart, so the spacers here are in that orientation there. Pull those off, and here's my post. And then we have our adjustment bolt here, so I'm gonna go ahead and back that out. So it has really good friction to it if you wax it. This is really important that you do that you put a lot of wax inside this threaded hole and on the adjustment bolt itself, because if you don't, there's nothing to keep this thing from backing out. It just kind of free floats in there. But you put wax on the threads, on the bolt, and in the well itself, you're going to be just fine. It's got really good friction. It stays put, and actually the colder it gets, the better it works, because you know that wax gets a little stiff. So first thing we'll do is we'll take this adjustment bolt, and I'm just going to hit it really good. And I'm just going to work that around, make sure it's all caked in those threads nice and that. And I'll set that to the side. Now our toothpicks will come into play. So I'm going to get a bunch on my toothpick here. And I am going to just slather it down into that hole, into that well. Yeah, and we're not being shy with this wax. Again, it's going to lubricate and help provide friction to keep your bolt in place. See, it's got really good tension on it right there. So you don't have to worry about that backing out whenever you're walking around with your platform folded up. It's done. Now we'll go ahead and move on to the hole inside of the post itself. Again, we'll break out our toothpick here. We're going to continue putting that wax in there real liberally. I can't even say that word. Putting a lot in there. All right, so we've got that full, completely coated my bolt with the bowstring wax. A bit more on here. There's a lot on there, and you can actually take the bolt and just kind of skim it across the top of that applicator and get a really good amount on there. It's smeared all around. So that bolt's ready to go. I'm gonna smear a bunch right here. Not a bunch, just enough to help my washers stick in place. So our plastic washers, they're gonna go fat side up. Get this out of the way so you can see. The fat side will point up, and the flat side will go toward the post. This is how they're positioned, and it looks the same from the front or the back. So we got angled sides pointing away, and we got the fat side pointing up. And now we can just seat this right in there. Grab our bolt, Take it right through. So we got a good amount of wax in there to actually push them through on the threads, and we're okay with that. Now I'm gonna put my other washer and my nut on this side, much as tight as I can by hand. Take my 1/2-inch wrenches. I'm gonna finish it out. So we're just gonna get this fairly snug, and I'll show you how to tension it properly. Just get it seated. And now we're gonna take a look at it. Give it a shake, and it kind of comes down like that. That's not terrible right there, but I might throw like another 1/4 turn on that bolt now that I've got that wax kind of moving around there. Just about another 1/4 turn. There we go. You want to be intentional about where you're positioning this. You know, you don't want it like slamming down out in the woods or anything like that. You know, you want to be in control of it. So just the extra 1/4 turn gave it really good tension, but it's not too tight. You guys can do that, you know, seasonally or as you see fit. But I've been running this platform the entire year with a ton of sets in it, and I didn't even need to do this other than to make this video for you guys, so you have an idea of how that's done. So that's the proper waxing and maintenance on the CFX. Enjoy it.